Hi everybody, my name's Alison, I'm the online piano tutor. Now today I just thought I would give you a few quick hints and tips about sight reading. So any of you who are preparing for exams or have taken exams or will be taking exams, obviously you've got to do sight reading, but perhaps you just want a few sort of little helping hints to help you along with your sight reading. So first off, I would say that my absolute golden rule for sight reading is to always keep going. I cannot tell you how important that is for so many different reasons. So the golden rule, always keep going. Now the key to sight reading is to always look ahead. How are you supposed to sight read the next bit if you don't know what's coming up? Now when I'm examining, there's mainly three things that I look for in candidates when I give them their sight reading. So the first thing I would look for is obviously the accuracy of the notes that they're playing. The second thing that I look for is keeping going. Do they keep going? And the third thing I look for is stopping, starting and hesitations. Now point 2 and 3 kind of go hand in hand together, because if you stopped and started and you've hesitated, you haven't kept going. So those two sort of go hand in hand with each other. When I'm teaching my students how to sight read a little bit better, I would say that the main temptation for them is to fiddle about and try and get the notes right. So they're looking at the notes on the music and they're spending so much time trying to actually work out what the note is on the music, then trying to play that on the instrument, piano, violin, whatever instrument it is, and that's wasting time. Then it goes back to point 2 and 3, hesitating, stopping, starting, and not keeping going. So the main thing is to not worry about the accuracy of notes, but it sounds really silly, but to almost play any note that you think is close to obviously the one that you've got to play, but play any note and just carry on. That way at least you're going to get point 2 and point 3, and then point 1, which was accuracy of notes, you can always work on that later down the line. So it almost seems a bit backwards. It's almost as if I'm telling you the wrong thing almost, but don't worry about the actual notes. That will come later when you are better at sight reading. Whatever you do, do not stop, keep going and try not to hesitate. So if you just can't work out what the note is quickly enough, just stick your finger down on any note. It's much better for sight reading, especially as an examiner when I'm marking my candidates. Candidates always get higher marks when they've kept going, but maybe the notes haven't been always as accurate, but they've kept it going, they've kept a good rhythm, a good pulse, and they've got to the end in good time. The more sight reading you do, the better you can get, and you can also get better at sight reading very, very quickly. When you have your sight reading, when you're in the exam, the first thing I would look at is to check to see what key you're in. That way you know if you're going to be playing any sharps or flats. The second thing I would do is have a look at the time signature, how many beats there are in every bar. That way you can get an idea of how fast you're going to take the piece, and also the pulse of the piece, whether it's in 2, 4 or 3 for example. When the examiner gives you the piece of music, he'll give you up to half a minute or so just to have a quick little look through it, and you can try out any parts of the music if you want to in that time, which you won't be marked on. What I would personally do is head to the hardest part, or head to the part or the bar that looks the most difficult to you, work that out, and then at least when you come to that section, when you are actually going through your sight reading, when you are playing it for real in the exam, at least you'll have had a little kind of heads up on it. So that's it for today, just a really short one, just a few little quick hints and tips for your sight reading. I really do hope they help. So just keep doing sight reading. The more sight reading you do, the better you're going to get at it. So thanks very much for watching, and don't forget to check out my other videos.